Preview, odds and prediction for the Leeds vs MU match, on February 12, 2100 hours round 23 of the 2022-23 English Premier League. Direct link to watch the match is below the comments section. The defeat to Nottingham last weekend was the straw that broke the camel's back for Leeds, forcing them to make the decision to sack manager Jesse Marsch just before their trip to Old Trafford in the middle of the week for a replay of the 8th round. No captain, and with a 7-game losing streak in the English Premier League, 4 losses. 3 draws, Leeds were close to causing a shock at the Theatre of Dreams. Interim manager Michael Skubala's troops took an early lead over the hosts MU, scoring 2 goals in the early stages of the second half. However, the resilience of the big team helped the Red Devils equalize with 2 goals, bringing the final score to 2-2. Still floundering in the risk of relegation, Leeds' draw in the middle of the week helped them move up 1 level to 16th place, but only 1 point ahead of 18th-placed Everton. On the opposing side, the defeat to Leeds did not have much effect on MU's 3rd-place position, and with competitors like Newcastle, Tottenham, and even first-placed Arsenal losing points in early games on the 7th, coach Erik ten Hag's team has the confidence needed to enter this match. A victory against Leeds not only helps MU to solidify their 3rd-place position in the league table, but it also narrows the gap in points with the leader Arsenal and opens up opportunities for the Championship. The motivation of the visiting team is clearly very high for tonight's trip to Elland Road. Score prediction, Leeds 1-3 MU, Asian handicap, choose MU, over under bet, choose over. Analysis, odds of Man City vs Aston Villa, 11:30 p.m. on February 12, English Premier League. Man City enters this match with the status of defeat against Tottenham with a score of 0-1. Along with that is the burden of being punished by the Premier League for violating financial rules. Clearly these are difficult days for coach Pep Guardiola's team. Man City has had the opportunity to catch up with the top team in the league, but after 2 losses, this has become more distant. Specifically, in the last 5 games, this team has won 3 games and lost 2 games. In fact, they are only ahead of MU by 2 points. On the other side of the battle, Aston Villa is currently ranked 11th in the Premier League with 28 points after 21 games played, with 8 wins, 4 draws and only 9 losses. Their form is fairly stable with 4 to 5 recent games unbeaten, including 3 wins, according to statistics. Man City only won 4 to 8 rounds recently, while 1 was a draw and 3 were losses. At home, they dropped 5/12 maximum points in the last 4 games in the English Premier League. In addition, recent encounters with Aston Villa are no longer easy for the home team. In the 10 most recent confrontations between the 2 clubs in history, the home team has the advantage with 9 wins, while the visiting team has not won any games. However, with a good away form with 3 consecutive recent wins, Aston Villa may have some joy. Score prediction, Man City 0-1 Aston Villa, Asian odds, choose Aston Villa, odd or even, choose even. Analysis and prediction of the match between Villarreal vs Barcelona, 3 a.m. on February 13, round 21 of the Spanish National Championship. Villarreal will host Barcelona in round 21 of the Spanish National Championship. After 20 rounds, Villarreal has 31 points and is ranked 7th in the standings. Currently, the gap between Villarreal and the top 6 is only 1 point. Villarreal's recent form has been poor, with only 1 win, 1 draw and 3 losses in their last 5 matches, including a loss to Real Madrid in the quarter-finals of the King's Cup. However, at home, Villarreal has 3 wins, only 2 losses in their last 5 matches. Meanwhile, Barcelona is still at the top of the La Liga standings with 53 points after 20 rounds. The gap between Barcelona and second-placed Real Madrid has become 8 points. Barcelona's winning streak has now reached 10 consecutive matches in all competitions. Their unbeaten streak is also 15, with only 1 draw. On the road, Barcelona has won all 10 of their recent matches. Score prediction, Villarreal 1-2 Barcelona. Asian handicap, choose Barcelona, odd or even, choose even. Preview, Juventus vs Fiorentina, midnight on February 13, Italian Serie A. Contravening the predictions of many fans, Juventus is still stable after the 15-point penalty in Serie A. The old lady showed that the 0-2 defeat against Monza on January 29 was just an accident, as they bounced back with 2 consecutive wins against Lazio, 1-0, and Salernitana, 3-0. The upcoming match will be played at home, and Juventus promises to bring joy to the fans. In the recent 9 times welcoming Fiorentina in Turin, Juventus won 8 times. Despite the penalty points, Juventus still ranks higher than Fiorentina in the Serie A 2022-23 rankings, with Juventus ranked 10th with 26 points and Fiorentina ranked 13th with 24 points after 21 rounds. Recently, Fiorentina's performance has not been good. In the past 4 rounds on the field number 1 in Italy, Fiorentina only earned 1/12 of the maximum points. With 4 key players unable to play due to injury and yellow card suspension, Fiorentina has a difficult time promising points on Juventus field. Score prediction: Juventus 2-0 Fiorentina. Asian handicap: choose Juventus. Odd/even bet: choose even. Assessment: odds for Hertha vs Mönchengladbach, 9:30 p.m. on February 12. German Bundesliga. Hertha Berlin has not a poor record against Mönchengladbach. In the 42 times they faced each other in all fields, Hertha Berlin won 13, tied 11, and lost 18. In their last 4 home games against Mönchengladbach, Hertha Berlin remained unbeaten with 2 wins and 2 ties. However, in the upcoming rematch, despite having the advantage of playing at home, Hertha Berlin is already in doubt about their ability to get points, let alone win. The performance of the Berlin-based team this season is very poor. After 19 rounds of play in the 2022-23 Bundesliga, they only have 14 points, ranking 17th out of 18 teams. Hertha Berlin recently suffered 4 consecutive losses, conceding 13 goals and scoring only 1 goal. The depleted squad, with up to 7 key players needing medical attention, Hertha Berlin is less likely to surprise a steady Mönchengladbach. After 19 games, Mönchengladbach has 26 points, ranking 9th in the standings. In their last away game, Mönchengladbach defeated Hoffenheim 4-1. Score prediction: Hertha 1-2 Mönchengladbach. Asian handicap: choose Mönchengladbach. Over/under bet: choose over. Forecast: betting odds for Nantes vs Lorient, 11:05 p.m. on February 12. French Ligue 1. There is no denying that Nantes is a team with a stable performance in France at the moment. They only lost 1 match to the second-ranked Marseille in the last 8 rounds of the French Ligue 1. Looking more broadly, Nantes won 7, drew 8 and lost 2 in the last 17 official matches they participated in all competitions. With a steady team, home advantage, and a stable performance, it's no surprise if Nantes will secure a positive result against Lorient in tonight's 23rd round of the French Ligue 1. Opposite to the excitement of the home team de la Beaujoire, Louis Fontenot, Lorient's performance has declined as they lost 1-1 in the last 2 rounds of the French Ligue 1. Recently, they also lost to Lens in the French Cup midweek. Not only did they lose in terms of performance, but Lorient also made fans worried as they were completely outmatched in terms of head-to-head record against Nantes. Considering all competitions they participated in, they lost 12 matches, drew 7 and won 5 in the last 24 head-to-head matches against Nantes. Score prediction: Nantes 1-0 Lorient. Asian handicap: choose Nantes to win. Goal line bet: choose under.